Welcome to the Lava Lamp Lounge, your favorite board game show or movie review show where your friends Chris and Cody review a board game and a movie. And we're going to be starting off with Thunder Road What is this?
High five. It's a high five.
Why are we...
I'm an excellent driver.
We're going to be talking about Thunder Road Vendetta, published by Restoration Games. Plays 2 to 4 players, anywhere between, it says on the box, 30 to 75 minutes. Now, opening thoughts about the game, it is probably the closest Mad Max experience you can get in a box as far as a board game is concerned.
Road Warrior, Thunderdome, Thunder Road.
Would you agree with that statement then?
Oh, for sure. It's Mad Max the game.
Yeah, it's Mad Max the board game.
It's Mad Max the board game.
So, each player has 3 vehicles. A small vehicle, a medium vehicle, and a large vehicle. And they're literally in a death race. You'll roll dice. The dice will determine how far your vehicle can move. Of course, while you're traveling along the race or along the track, there's many obstacles, anything from an oil slick to impassable terrain to the other racers themselves. You can collide with other racers, cause wrecks. What's kind of cool is anytime you collide with another vehicle, you'll roll a die, and that can determine where the vehicle you collided with will go. And there's all these special rules depending on what you hit, where vehicles can end up going. So if a vehicle veers off the track, veers into terrain, it's very possible the vehicle could die. Wrecked into you! Knocked you into this! So it's utter madness, really. And not only that, not only does every player have 3 vehicles, but they also have a helicopter. So the helicopter is just raining death upon everyone. And if for whatever reason one of your vehicles, really one of your own vehicles, or another person's vehicles goes into your helicopter, that's another instant kill. So in basic terms, when one player's vehicles are all out of their game, meaning their small vehicle, their medium vehicle, and their large vehicle, again, it's up to 4 players. When one of those players loses all of their vehicles, there will be a finish line along the race. And first person to cross the finish line with any of their vehicles wins. Also, if incidentally they're the only player left alive, they win as well. So, components. So, shout out to Adrena Creative, on Etsy, who designed my fancy impassable terrain that you're going to see, my 3D terrain that you're going to see on our board. So if your game group doesn't like a lot of what they perceive as targeting, or why are you attacking me, because one player, especially if you're playing 3 or 4 players, one player has to be eliminated out of the game before the finish line even shows up. So
because if no one is eliminated, then the race
is going to keep going. It's like, think of the racetrack as a Mobius strip. It's just going to keep going and going and going, and you have tiles for all the various stretches of road, and all the various stretches of road have different... You never heard of a Mobius strip? Most people, even people who don't normally like cutthroaty games, don't mind it in this game as much, because it's so random. You're rolling dice, you're hitting obstacles, you can have wreck on wreck on wreck, and you have no idea where the cars are going to go.
When you try to cut someone's throat, you can cut your own throat, which I did twice.
Yeah.
So it is very cutthroaty, but even when you purposely try to cut someone's throat, there's an element of enough randomness.
It's a lot of randomness.
Yeah, so you have to be cutthroat, but at the same time, when you choose to be cutthroat, it's risky because you could run into someone and then immediately get thrown into the canyon wall and die, or into your own copter. I don't know, something that kind of adds... It doesn't seem as, kind of...
bothersome.
It doesn't seem as kind of irksome.
Yeah, because it's not a tactical game. It's more of let's just roll the dice and have fun and see what kind of mayhem could assume. I don't know. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. Because all you're doing on your turn is you're going to roll all your dice. You're going to assign your dice to one of your vehicles and move that many spaces. You do have a command board that controls your copter
Boost
the nitro,
repair
one of your damaged cars, or ignore a wreck.
Yeah.
But other than that, all you're doing is moving along the pips
trying to
of
ram
the dice.
into people.
Yeah,
and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
It's just like, let's see what happens type deal. What do you think about the artwork in this game?
Artwork.
Yeah.
I like it. It's very it's fine. It's very Mad Maxy. Artwork.
What do you think about the artwork?
It knows what it is, and I don't know. It's the
There's
board
not
is
really-
fun. I like the board.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to it, though. I mean,
Yeah.
there doesn't need to be. I mean, you have these nice little boards, and it accomplishes its task, right? You have a board, and it basically has mud, road, impassable terrain, and oil slick, and that's about it. Sand, and
Totally fine.
yeah, I guess.
Screw each other over. I don't know if we're trying to get somewhere. The Promised Lands?
No, you're racing. I mean, I don't know. It's a race. It's like a death race.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the old movie Death Race.
The theme
or
is
Death
fine.
Race 2000, the remake with Jason Statham.
The theme really...
Popcorn. It's gamer. Yeah. It's gamer popcorn, and it's.
If you have a family
and it's non-gamer,
you're not an orphan, and you like kind of being competitive with your siblings.
Not an orphan.
That's a great game to pull out and be competitive with your siblings and friends and stuff. It's not a party game.
So you don't think orphans would like this game? You said if you're not.
I don't think orphans play games.
What? I apologize to all orphans out there. My parents are dead. I'm an orphan. Guess each other's ratings. I think I know yours.
You're gonna give it a 7.
Hold on.
Okay. You're gonna give it a 7.
No, you're guessing mine first?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
You're giving it a 7.5.
How come you said 7 like 3 times, and then you said 7.5?
Because I think once you thought about it, you're like, you enjoy this game.
It was 7.5 the whole time.
Fuck yes!
So, you think this game's a 9?
Hey! Look at that!
Why am I high-fiving you?
9, that's what I was gonna say. I really like this game.
You know, if your
From
friends...
the road, take me home, back where I belong, Old Thunder Road.
Okay, I'm going to do a re-up on that one. Okay, so...
Alex Furlong is about to die. And enter the year 2009, where immortality is only a heartbeat away, where money can buy anything.
Shouldn't you consider an alternative body?
Sorry to deceive you, including life itself.
Wait, what's that going on? Wait, Anthony Hopkins, what? What is he talking about? A mind what? Mind transplant? What? Wait, Mick Jagger, what? Wait, why is he shooting at Emilio Estevez?
Freejack.
Starring not only Emilio Estevez, Mick Jagger, David Johansen, also known as Buster Poindexter, who sings... Did I say Rene Russo?
Yeah. No, not yet.
Rene Russo.
Rene Russo.
Anthony Hopkins. Jonathan Banks. I mean, huge cast. Really good cast.
Jimmy Buffett. It's like literally everyone who was on break from other projects. They're like, hey, come over here to this movie.
And Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
I feel like Mick Jagger's never on break from tour.
Yeah.
Or
So they're just
Rolling
like, hey,
Stones
you're on break?
from albums or...
Stop smoking that cigarette. Come over here and film this movie with us. It's called Freejack.
Explain Freejack to our viewers and listeners.
All right. So, Freejack is a story about a race car driver racing this big race he has, and he hits a car. He goes off the track into a bridge, and is supposed to die, but he doesn't die. Because just as he's about to die...
They couldn't find the body!
He gets transported into the future. He gets taken...
Do you remember what the future is in Freejack?
2009.
Is it? Okay.
He gets taken from the past, 1991, and
Two.
he gets
one.
And he gets taken into the future. This kind of post-apocalyptic dystopian kind of future where people are taken from the past just as they're about to die, so they're not their time on Earth isn't taken. They're kind of spared. They're lobotomized, and so they're just an empty husk. And rich people, privileged people who are about to die, they get their consciousness put into new bodies to continue living.
Yeah, so 2009 in Freejack, 2009's a shithole. Earth's full of disease, pollution, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, huge caste system between the rich and the poor, huge divide, water's poison, etc., etc. So this is why like the who's who or the rich fat cats are looking for other bodies. I mean, why we go for like a random Formula One driver in the 1990s is beyond me. But like,
there's a reason why.
We won't say that though. Yeah. We want to avoid spoilers. But
this old ass movie. Right.
What are some of your initial thoughts about the movie?
I have 3 big thoughts.
Okay.
1, I think it got the future right in a lot of ways, except for cars look fucking stupid in the future. 2, and it goes along... Okay, so still 1. That goes along with the cars. Everyone wears weird fucking helmets. Like the helmets were just super stupid.
Or they're bums, or like transients.
Well, like any like security guard or Mick Jagger, he was wearing this stupid helmet like the whole time. It was just dumb, fucking stupid looking. 2, is I think it's really entertaining and it's pretty accurate that everyone there has a gun.
Yeah.
Like everyone that come across has a gun. Like there's a couple times where Emilio Estevez's character is walking around and there's like just random shootings and they go into like a diner and there's a shooting there. Like everyone has a fucking gun.
He's my boat!
Yeah. And then 3,
I want to say, how come in these movies when they do like, I'm not necessarily just isolating this movie, but it's an example. When sci-fi movies do the future, you really gotta, we talked about this with Zardoz, I feel like you just really gotta play it safe. Why not just say, this takes place in 3000 AD? Like in like.
Well, there's a specific reason for this movie.
In Freejack is 92, but the future is 2009, and they're like thinking, oh, okay, so.
Because they still want to use the same actress for Rousseau.
So I guess, but it's like
it couldn't be too far away.
Yeah, I guess.
If you drink any of that, I'm out of a job.
Be shitting on Mick Jagger as an actor in this, but I actually think that maybe like time, and maybe it's not just me, but then and now, looking back, I always thought he did really well. And I was like, you know what? He had some charisma, and it was just unique kind of
looking.
And unique looking. And it was just like fun to watch him, and he was a cool character. I feel like everyone did a good job. It's a silly, schlocky, sci-fi fest.
To me, it feels like a movie that was made for TV.
Really?
Like the graphics and like the sets and the way it played out. I don't know, the stupid helmets in the cars.
Man, you stop talking about the helmets in the car.
What is with you with the helmets in the car? Weird. I can't imagine it being in theaters.
It was.
It blows my mind. Because you look at something like this,
you want this,
and then you see Jurassic Park and you go, wow, this is a blockbuster.
Well, that was
this is like something that should be on UPN.
UPN. No one's gonna know. No one listening or watching is gonna know what
That's what I'm saying.
UPN is.
I think the fact that the setting of the future is so close to what they said at the present, and the future just looks kind of weird. Which again, you like when someone predicts the future in older movies, you have to just like go with it, whatever. But I think it would have been better it's tricky because I think it would have been better if it was set further into the future. But at the same time, I like
You're dealing with the issue
I
with
like
the characters.
I like the
stuff.
story that it was set 18 years because it plays into why Emilio Estevez's character is sent in the future. So it's just tricky. It's so hard to kind of judge a movie about how they predict the future to look and how they want things to look futuristic. When obviously now we know.
Well, again, you're suspending.
Yeah.
You're suspending.
For some reason, I just couldn't. It just came across as cheap to me.
Well, yeah, but you're
But
suspending.
like some movies don't. Some movies like that have like futures that are not accurate don't come across as cheap, like Blade Runner and stuff like that. This came across as more cheap, so they just like I was like
You're suspending disbelief at any rate.
which I could totally do, but for some reason this one was just like. Are we guessing each other's?
I think we might be the same, actually.
I'll have to think of mine.
I got mine in my head.
I have mine.
Are we guessing each other's?
Sure.
You guess mine first.
7.
7.5.
Okay.
I was going to say yours is 7.5 too.
No.
Oh, I don't know then.
6.
Oh, wow. Yeah. If you rated Pandorum higher than this, I'm going to like throw you out the
Pandorum's
window.
character.
What did you rate Pandorum?
I don't know.
You liked
This-
Pandorum more than this movie.
This
that's
movie,
insane to me.
Honestly, hold on. This movie,
That's insane to me.
this is the kind of movie I feel like.
I remember what I was going to say now, but go ahead.
This is the kind of movie that if they were like, "Hey, we're remaking it. It's a reboot."
God.
I'd be like, "Oh, cool." Honestly, it could
Because
a lot
you're
of
a shallow individual,
No,
and
a
you
lot-
want to see like fancier pants, CG effects,
No.
and someone's tits.
Something could do-
So you want to see something that looks
Something-
nicer, and so you will like
It
the
doesn't
movie.
have to look nicer.
So
someone could
yeah,
do
you
more.
said
with
that
the
was your biggest
story.
complaint about the
No.
movie. You said it looks cheap.
No.
So you
I
said
think-
you want something nicer.
No,
So
I think
you're a
someone
shallow
could do-
individual, so you want it.
It doesn't have to look nice.
So you want it to look
No, 'cause
nicer.
it doesn't
You
have
want
to
to
look
lose the
nice.
helmets. You want to lose the helmets and have nicer cars, and it be produced in modern times by some modern director, and with
Lose the
with
cars
the
and
Rock
lose the
or
helmets.
with the Rock or Zac Efron or whatever, like racing into a Formula One driver racing into an overpass with like Jennifer Grey or not Jennifer Grey, Megan Fox
Jennifer
as.
Grey.
Well, you like her too, but like Megan Fox is like the love interest, and it's like,
I'm
oh,
not
now
talking about Megan Fox
now
anymore, man.
I'm into it or whatever. Like, yeah. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to us on Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Give us your comments. You know what? We really need to get an email address.
That's right, Dance Monkey.
What?